Good morning, everybody. My name is Barry Schwartz, and this is the Search Buzz video recap. Today is Friday, June 20th, and this is the search news we covered over at the Search Engine Roundtable at seroundtable.com. We got more Google volatility. Google AI mode is now tracking in Search Console. Audio overviews hit Google Search. ChatGPT updates its search quality, and a lot more around ads, AI, and much more. So stay tuned. And of course, I'd like to thank our new sponsor, Yahoo Search. Remember them? They're amazing. Yahoo knows the way people are searching. It's changing. And as one of the top search engines in the US, with hundreds of millions of users, Yahoo Search is constantly evolving to deliver a simplified, innovative, and helpful search experience. Yahoo Search gives you a quick, AI-powered summaries, plus AI chat when you want to dig deeper. Whether it's news, finance, sports, shopping, or instant answers, get connected to what you need. Check out Yahoo Search today. Thank you, Yahoo, for sponsoring. Deeply appreciate it. Okay, so Google had some search ranking volatility again yesterday. I think it's spiking again today on the 20th, but again, June 18th, it really kind of started. So maybe, 2 days ago. And it's continued through today, the 20th or so, in terms of the volatility. Yes, Google always has volatility, but it was about 10 days since we reported the last time Google had search volatility. The tools are all showing significant chatter. The volatility, the chatter itself is somewhat limited compared to what we've seen before, so keep that in mind. And then Google has updated its documentation, the Search Console documentation, other documentation to confirm they are now tracking AI mode clicks, impressions, positions directly in Google Search Console's performance report. Again, it's mixed into the web results. It's going to be impossible to really see what's going on for most people, or for anybody really, but it's in there. So now your whole decoupling stuff, the great decoupling, is going to get worse probably. We had Glenn Gabe on the show on, I believe it was Wednesday. I'll embed it. Check the channel. You'll see it's a video just named how to track, or how Google, basically how we explain how Google tracks AI mode in Google Search Console. Is from 2 days ago. And I also put it in the blog post today as well. Glenn Gabe wrote a nice post about this as well. But it basically goes through how Google actually tracks this stuff and how you're basically impossible to actually track down exactly what's going on, but you should know it's official. AI mode is now being tracked in Google Search Console, specifically for those places that are serving AI mode by default, which is only in the US right now. Now also Google released audio overviews in Google search results. So it's basically like AI answers, but an audio overview. It's pretty cool. It sounds like a notebook LM in terms of the responses. It's like a dialogue between two people, robots of course. And it basically gives you answers to certain queries. You have to turn it on. It's a labs experiment. You have to turn it on AI mode and you'll be able to get it for some queries. And now this is fully live. I think it's pretty cool, but it's going to result in a lot of people not clicking on more results, because who's looking at, you're having a conversation with your phone, who's going to actually be looking at the results to click on? Of course, Google says we give a transcript so you can actually dig in later. Who's going to dig in later? I don't know. Also, Google's testing AI mode, or actually showing AI mode directly in the People Also Ask and the Chrome autocomplete auto suggestions as well. This was spotted by Marty Inger, J.H. Schreck, I'm hopefully pronouncing that correctly, and also Damien on the Chrome side. Of course, again, we saw this with AI overviews being embedded there as well, so now it makes sense that AI mode is being embedded there as well. Google's also updated its AI answers content, like the AI features content, to provide troubleshooting on how you could block content from showing up in AI mode or AI overviews or other AI features. This was updated actually yesterday. Just a little section on that, so if you want to learn more about that, you can take a look at that. Google is also rolling out the Search Live feature, but only audio. Google demoed this at Google I/O, where you can actually use a camera to say, what am I looking at, Google, and have a conversation with Google Search and give you live answers. Google rolled out only the audio version. You can actually just talk to it. It won't use your camera yet. Google said the camera version is going to get rolled out in the next coming months or so, few months. It seems like I think the Gemini app, I covered the Gemini app, actually offers this now. But if you want to take a look at that, I posted about it a couple days ago. We've noticed that over the past several weeks or so, the Google Knowledge Panel has been sending some people to the wrong site. This is first spotted by Patrick Stock. Notice the ARF Knowledge Panel was sending people to the wrong website. The big blue button that you click on. And then Lily Ray via Sean Rubble. Notice that this John Deere website was sending people to the wrong site, a site that didn't even exist. Tom Quattrells noticed that Love and Lemons is going to the MX domain versus .com. Gag and Gorta noticed that Uber Eats is going to some domain that doesn't exist. It's something weird going on here. Google has not confirmed any bugs with this, but it's a very serious issue if knowledge panel buttons are going to the wrong website. John Mueller said last night that Google says it could take longer for Google to reprocess sites for quality reasons when the issues, the SEO issues you had or quality issues you had were larger issues and longer lasting issues, meaning they've been on your website for a long time. So the person who I reported last week about unhelpful content being an issue for, not unhelpful, unrelated content. If you're posting content that's unrelated to your website over and over again, that could cause issues for trust, I guess, and authority and reputation around your website. And if you've been doing that for a long time and it's a lot of your content, that could take Google a longer time, much longer time quite some time, he said, to actually reprocess and handle. Of course, you all know that, but Google said it again. Google's supposedly investigating where when you click from the search results and it takes you to a translated proxy page on Google Translate of that page, that's a bug. Now, Google's been doing this since 2021, officially. Google actually started reporting about this in Search Console under the Search Appearance Translate Pages section since May 2022. So I don't think this is a bug, but people are noticing that this is happening much more often in the past couple weeks. And Adi's noticed this, and he posted about this like back in May, and then Googler noticed this as well, responded to this and said we're investigating it. I don't know if this is a bug or a feature, but I covered it, so we'll see. I posted about this morning if you want more information about that. John Mueller said, and people have been talking about this for a while, that with the LLMs.txt file, people are saying, should I add it, should I add it, should I add it? And John Mueller is saying, why? No current AI system currently uses the LLM.txt file yet. And he's saying, why bother adding it? Of course, they could use it in the future, so maybe you should add it. I'm not sure why he's telling people not to add it. It doesn't hurt, really, I don't think. But he's saying people shouldn't add it because no system actually supports it yet. Google seems to be testing a new ads design where they're showing this horizontal line that's half filled and alternates. I'm not sure if it's moving or not. I don't think so. This is spotted by Brody Clark, Adrian Decker, Mr. Sign as well. I'm not sure what's going on here. I can't replicate this myself, but it is a weird design. Google Ads is also testing new charts interfaces with more information and larger charts. This is spotted by Melissa Mackey. She wrote big metric boxes above the graph campaigns, and also adding some pretty new cool features under the Adjust tab where you can actually adjust the charts to show conversions delays, anomalies, and other stuff, which is pretty cool. Here's some screenshots of that. Nice find there, Melissa. Also, Google's testing or actually rolling out a new step-by-step conversion setup. This is spotted by Saquib. I'm really bad at names. Basically, say it's a much simpler process, making it much more intuitive, and it walks you through step by step how to set up conversion tracking very easily. So definitely take a look at that. It's a big improvement to Google Ads. Google Merchant Center is launching this new website reported auto feeds. It basically streamlines and makes the inventory process where you're sending inventory data from your website to Google Search or Merchant Center much more streamlined and faster. This is spotted by Emmanuel Flossie over at Feed Army. So this is a big improvement for inventory controls on Merchant Center. Also on Merchant Center, he noticed that Google has updated some Merchant Center UI interfaces in the Google Merchant Center control panel. They're moving stuff from the sidebar to the settings and settings to the sidebar to make it a little bit more intuitive to find stuff in that interface. Google Local Service Ads seems to be testing replacing the Google Guaranteed green icon or the verified test as well with blue icons with background checked labels. This is spotted by Shaheem. Nice find there. Here's a screenshot of that. Also, Google Business Profile seems to be rolling out a new interface for Google Posts, where you actually view your Google Posts as a business owner. That interface has been updated. This is spotted by Annabelle L. on LinkedIn. Also, Google seems to be testing swapping the site name and URL positions over with each other. So whereas the site name and then URL will show up first maybe, then they're actually swapping. This is spotted by Sachin Patel over on X. Bing is also testing dropping the Microsoft name and logo from the search bar. We saw some tests with this earlier on, but then Sachin Patel noticed that they're testing removing the Microsoft name, it would say Microsoft Bing, and have the Microsoft logo, and then also just have the Bing logo alone. We previously saw Microsoft removing the whole name as well, so this is an ongoing test from Microsoft to see if they remove their branding, does it help with search. And then finally, OpenAI has improved, according to OpenAI, their ChatGPT search quality. There are a bunch of improved quality things around smarter responses, handling longer conversations, as well as being able to upload images to your web search queries and so forth. Plus this feature around chain of thought. So make sure you take a look at that as well, because there's supposed to be improvements around search with ChatGPT. And anyway, thanks so much for listening to the Search Buzz video recap. My name again is Barry Schwartz, and this is the search news we covered at the Search Engine Roundtable over the past week. And again, thanks to Yahoo Search for sponsoring. Deeply appreciate it. Maybe in a future video, I'll tell you a little bit more about my history with Yahoo Search and the CEO, and it might be fun to listen to that story. Everyone have a great weekend, and stay subscribed, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.